7,000 pieces of content on one website in 7 months. Sounds impossible? Well, maybe it's not. And I've got some more shocking revelations for you. How about a website that's actually published 97,000 pages on one website in under a couple of years? Now that is insane. So, should we take a look at what I've found? Let's get into this. Hi and welcome back to the channel again. My name's Cal Broadbent. I'm an affiliate marketer here in the UK. Now, I've been building out a website using an age domain quite recently as a public case study, and it's in the gardening niche. So as normal, I would do my usual competitor analysis and try and find some competition that I can either get some inspiration from or some ideas from, and basically see what keywords and articles they're ranking for. Now, as I was doing my research, I stumbled across, I'm going to say, a network of blogs that are using AI content in the wrong manner. Now, I say it in the wrong manner because AI content writing tools like Jasper, which is one that I have publicized and actually used myself, can actually be used in a really good manner. And if you've seen the experiment that Alex from WP Eagle did recently, you'll see that a large percentage of people that actually voted on an experiment that he did proved that AI content can actually produce some really good quality content. He produced one piece of content from an AI writing tool and one piece of content from a human writer, and then he let the public decide which one was the best. And I must admit, I got it wrong as well, and I thought the human article was the one created by the AI writing tools, and it wasn't. And it was a huge percentage. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check his video out. I think it was something like 68% of people got it wrong. So it does prove that AI content writing tools can really help you, and I use that word wisely, help you or assist you in creating some good pieces of content. However, this network of blogs that I found are using a system called pump and dump. Basically, they are using these AI tools to create as many pieces of articles and content as they can in the quickest time period possible. Now, I found a group of these websites which looks like it's actually owned by the same company or the same person. I found 5 so far, all within the gardening niche, that all have the same theme, the same look, style, fonts, colour and everything. So it looks like it is being done by the same person. Now, what they're doing is they're using this AI content tool in the incorrect manner. It's not what the AI tools are designed for, and they're just using it to pump as much content on the website as they can, get as much ad revenue as they can before Google finds them, penalises them, and actually that website then is a waste of time. However, in that period of time, which could be a year or two, they could have made a significant amount of content if those articles actually rank and start bringing in traffic. Now, we'll put on screen now one of the websites that I found. I'm not going to reveal them all, but here's one that I found. And you can see here, this website has been around for just 7 months. And already this website has got over 7,000 pieces of content on, which is just absolutely crazy. Now, if I pull an example of a piece of their content, you can see that it's written by AI and it's not been fact-checked or maybe even looked at. I think these people are just basically going into the AI tools and saying, okay, I want lots of questions about rabbits. The AI tool brings them 10 or 15 questions that it's found in the SERPs about rabbits. They put it all on one page and then they ask the AI tool to fill in those subheadings. It literally takes less than 5 minutes per article and they don't check it. They're not even bothering to add an image or anything and they just hit publish. Now, we all know that is total trash, garbage, rubbish content, whatever you want to call it. It is absolutely useless to the user. So the reader who finds this looking for an answer for their question, it is not going to help them in any way. I have no doubt that Google will find these companies and they will penalize them. Now, like I say, pump and dump means that they can pump all this content on there and they may get away with it for a number of years before Google can track them down. Now, there is some benefits, believe it or not, for people and companies using this method for you. So what we've been doing, and this is a top tip, what we've been doing is we've been trying to find these companies. We're actually actively searching for these websites, and what we're doing is we're putting them through Ahrefs. And you can see a spreadsheet here of a number of articles, in fact quite a lot of their articles that we've pulled and extracted from this website. And you can see that they are actually ranking. So believe it or not, even though it's total garbage content, they are ranking. Now what we're doing is we're pulling all those URLs that are ranking, and we are seeing which articles that they've got that are in the top 10 positions on Google. Now think about it, if this is a 7-month-old website with a pretty much zero domain authority, and they have multiple articles in the top 10 spaces, we can use that to our advantage. Because if they can get a total garbage piece of content that doesn't even make any sense whatsoever to rank on page 1, that means we can actually produce a good piece of content around that topic and hopefully beat them in the rankings. I mean, let's face it, if we can't beat a zero DA, AI garbage piece of content, if we can't beat that, then we're doing something wrong, or Google definitely has got things wrong. So we can actually use that to our advantage. And it's actually been working. So the spreadsheet you've just seen there, I actually extracted about 15 keywords from that spreadsheet that they was ranking on page 1. I've created 15 articles, and lo and behold, we jumped onto page 1 pretty quickly, and we definitely outranked that AI content. So it is possible to use some of these pump and dump cases to your advantage. Now, another example of a pump and dump is one that was featured on Authority Hackers, another YouTube channel, and two great guys who are experts in SEO and building online income, and they showed this example here. Now you can see this is around board games, and this website had 97,000 pages on the website. In fact, it still does. It is running, and they did manage to get it monetized for ads. Now, some of the other websites that I've seen that have got several thousand articles on have not yet been monetized. And Google is getting smarter to realize these websites hold no value for their ad-paying customers. So companies like Ford or GM that pay for advertising space on websites, Google's realizing it's not worth putting them on certain websites. So you may have had some issues, or you may know somebody who's had an issue with getting their actual website approved by Google for running ads. So good on Google for actually making a little bit of a stance and saying, okay, we're going to be a little bit more picky about where we put our ads, and it's because of websites like this. But this website that was featured on Authority Hackers actually managed to get ads on their website. Now, again, it is a pump and dump site. It got huge amounts of traffic from 97,000 pages, but Google spotted it. And you can see from the picture on screen now, they were heavily penalized. So they went from getting hundreds of thousands of page views a month down to practically very little now. In fact, I think the website will actually keep declining, and I think eventually it will be pulled off the internet. So you can see these pump and dump cases don't work, but you can actually use them to your advantage. So if you come across any, take the URL, put it through Ubersuggest or SEMrush or Ahrefs, see what keywords they are ranking for, because if they can rank, then so can you. So something we're doing, I found it incredible that these people are putting all this time and energy into using the AI tools in the wrong manner. Like I say, AI tools, I'm not against them. I know it's the future. I'm quite happy to use them in the right manner. As long as you do fact checks and you actually put a lot of input into them yourself, they can be very handy tools. And once you get the knack of them, you can produce some decent pieces of content pretty quick. And like Alex has proved from WP Eagle, actually sometimes it is better quality than a human writer. That is rare, but it is actually possible. So I hope you found that interesting. I'm certainly keeping an eye out for these. I've found 5 websites in the garden niche. I've extracted all their top ranking keywords, and we're now beating them at their own game. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.